ton nom, your full name?
Brandon Rager.
And how do you spell?
It's BRANDONRAGAIN.
And your family?
My friend Nicous d'Andre's Spring.
Can you just, peut-être je vais commencer en français, nous parler un peu de ce soir. Comment vous vous sentez en fait après ce qu'on a appris juste hier et peut-être
The system failed us. The system really failed us. He was supposed to be on the 23rd. He pled not guilty to his charges. They kept him there, put a spit mask on him. If you know the history of the spit mask, then you know what it does to people of our color. Not only did they pepper spray him, but they beat him on Christmas Eve and he died. He didn't get to spend time with his family. He was a young man who was taken too early from his earth. And as you can see, as the community is broken, you see everyone came out to show their love and support for him. And Mr. Legault had the nerve to tell us in our face that systematic racism is not a thing in Canada. And yet you can see what happened here. And even go back to a few years ago, you can see what happened to Nicholas Gibbs, an unarmed black man got shot 5 times in the back in front of the school. So this is really a deep-rooted issue. And if the SARS de Quebec really want to help us, then they'll, I wouldn't say defund the police, but I would say educate them and train them and make sure that they have the proper trainings. There was a study for the SPVM to have body cameras on them, and then it was a vote that didn't go our way. It was 34 to 27. They won, so they got the chance to not have the cameras. And I feel like we should honestly reconsider and have a revote of that due to, as you can see, what's going on. You see the crime of the world, how people of our skin color, not only us indigenous people, but minority groups, this affects us all. We're supposed to be, the police are supposed to protect you, they're not supposed to kill them off. Je pouvais pas le croire. Honnêtement, je pensais que c'était une chose. Peut-être un cauchemar. Nicous, t'es quelqu'un qui est gentil, t'es pas méchant, t'es pas quelqu'un d'agressif. Tu sais qu'ils ont essayé de montrer que c'était quelqu'un avec des charges, aussi c'était un rappeur. Et on sait qu'est-ce qu'il veut dire par c'est un rappeur. On va le prendre, on va voir qu'est-ce que les gens vont penser. Ils vont pas dire que c'est ça, mais on sait qu'est-ce que c'est. Nicous, t'es un jeune homme. End of the day, ça peut arriver à n'importe qui. Ça peut arriver à toi et tes enfants, tes enfants. So that's why we have to fight the good fight now. Say what we have to say.
Maybe you could talk a little bit about your friend, what kind of guy he was, what he was looking forward to do.
Nicous was a young, inspiring musician. That's who he was. Nicous, if you've seen him, he was always smiling. He could have been in the worst situation. Nicous was always smiling. It didn't matter what he was going through. He was someone that was very soft-spoken as well. He never got loud. He wasn't someone that was violent or anything that they're trying to make him out to be. He just was a young man who had musicians. He had a musician's dream. And it's a shame that he couldn't realize that now. But as you can see, we're all here to show our support. We're going to keep his name alive. And hopefully this is what, it's sad to say, but hopefully this is what it takes for things to start changing and for things to get better in Canada as a whole. Nicous, c'était un jeune homme qui avait des rêves musicaux. C'est quelqu'un qui était très calme, très gentil, very soft-spoken. C'était pas quelqu'un qui était agressif avec les gens, il était ami avec tout le monde. C'était pas l'ennemi de quelqu'un, c'était l'ami de tout le monde. Même si je ne le connaissais pas, il était mon ami. Ça, c'était le type de gars que je faisais.
He's been in a bit of trouble, but as you said, he's not 100%.
Everyone gets in trouble. Everyone gets in trouble. Everyone has a story. It's that simple. No one here is 100% good. Everybody lies time to time. Everybody does things they wish they regret. It's just that simple. He pled not guilty to his charges, therefore bringing it up. It does not matter. It only matters in the sense of if we're saying they held him illegally. That's what matters. It's not what he did in the past. Nobody wants their past brought up because no one here is trying to.
The circumstances around make it even, I mean, of course it makes it harder, but the fact that he was held illegally.
He was held illegally. Yes, it does make it harder. Not only if you know the history of the spit mask and how that affects black people, of course it makes it harder. And to know that on Christmas Eve, when he should have came out, spent time with his mother and nephews and nieces, he was beaten down, pepper sprayed, and his life got snuffed out on Christmas Day. Of course it's hard. Especially not only this is someone I grew up with. It's hard for me, but his mother's over there crying, her eyes up. And that's something that's never going to change. She's always going to feel this hurt for the rest of her life.
Comment tu as réagi quand le décès de ton ami?
Je pensais que c'était une vague. Quand on fait, je pensais que c'était une vague. Je ne pouvais pas le croire, même. And then as the days went on, c'était juste, c'est ça quand la réalité m'a frappé. J'ai juste comme break down.
Comment tu peux qualifier cet événement-là?
injustices. Mais l'affaire, c'est que ici au Québec, il y a toujours des injustices. It goes back to Nicous Gibbs. It even goes further back when there was a young black man in NDG that got murdered. There was even a case where there was a young man who got shot with an M14 rifle for a mistaken identity. So it's really a deep-rooted issue. It's really systematic racism, and like I said before, Mr. Legault really tried to tell us that systematic racism is not a thing. As of not, like a few years ago, that there was the indigenous lady that was killed outside of the hospital, and it was caught on video that the nurses laughed in their faces, and nothing happened.
Can you tell us a little bit about him?
Nicous Spring?
Yeah.
I'll get to it. Nicous Spring was a young musician. He was an aspiring musician. He was a young man who had a lot of life, a lot of talents. That's who Nicous Spring was. I don't want to necessarily remember his last moments of life because we know how tragic it was, but Nicous himself was just a young man trying to chase his dreams.
I've read on social that he was very loved in the community. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Nicous was a gentle guy. He was a definition of a gentle giant. That's what Nicous was. He was very soft-spoken. Even if Nicous didn't know you, he was the type of guy he'd give you the shirt off his back. That's the type of guy Nicous was.
And how long did you know him?
I've known Nicous since I was around 14 and I'm 20 now. And to think that his birthday is really on March 13th and he died on Christmas Day, it's really crazy. We're about to get into a new year and this happens. We already knew there was an injustice in Quebec going on with the system, but like I said, Legault saying it's not a real thing, but you can see how it's tearing down communities here, it's tearing down communities everywhere. It's not just us, it affects the Asian community, it affects the indigenous community, because if we're letting this happen now, and the charges get dropped and they get suspended and they get paid leave, how is this going to affect us? How is it going to affect our kids, you know? And yes, also, me being 20 years old, I fear for myself knowing that me being 21 in a few months, that could really be the last year of my life because of an injustice. And yes.
Can I get your name, please?
My name is Brandon Reagan.
Reagan, how do you spell Reagan?
R-A-G-A-I-N.
Thank you. And you live here in Montreal?
I live a few streets up.
In NDG?
Yeah.
Is this where you guys all grew up in NDG?
Yeah. Here, the pizza store over there. I made a sign, I got signatures of the businesses that he used to frequent. So the McDonald's, I got the whole staff to sign it. The grocery store, I got the owner to sign it. The pizza store, the lady that we all grew up with, she's seen us grow up as kids. I got her to sign it. So I got everyone here to show love and really bring awareness because we can't let this slide.
Is it a park where you guys hang out?
Benny Park, yeah. Here, Loyola, Confederation Park, the ball court over there. We was everywhere. We was everywhere in NDG. All NDG kids have been everywhere in NDG. They don't just stay restricted to one area. You know? Everybody knows everybody. Everyone's been to St. Luc, Marymount. We've all been to these schools.
What school did you guys go to? Did you go to
Nicous?
school with you?
I didn't go to school with Nicous. I met him through my friend. And they
Pronounced
introduced me.
Nicous?
It's Nicous. Nicous Dondre Smith, yes.
Okay.
And Nicous had an aspiration to be a musician, right?
He did.
Talk to me a little bit about that. What can you tell us?
About his musical dreams.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything happened around 2 years ago when we just decided to start making music. It was a pandemic. Everybody was inside. We had to do something. You know, we're just bored kids at the end of the day. So we made music, and he's seen how it could benefit people, you know, lift people's spirits up instead of staying trapped in the house, not necessarily wanting to, you know. That's really what Nicous really wanted. He wanted to chase the dream. That's what he was on the path to do, and it's a shame that on Christmas Eve, that's what happened.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
It was literally a week before he got arrested. It was literally a week before he got arrested. That's the last time I spoke to him. He asked me if I wanted to participate in the Instagram live, but I was at work, so I didn't necessarily see his message till later on that day. Just to talk. Just to talk. He's one of those guys, he just calls and talks, just says whatever's on his mind, asking how your day was. Yeah. That's the type of guy he is.
What do you think of what happened to
That could happen to any of us. That could happen to any minority. That's really how it feels. As the same thing with Nicous Gibbs, who was the unarmed black man that got shot 5 times in his back, and then they said they thought he had a knife on him when he really didn't. That's what I'm saying. That could happen to any one of us. That's why, like I said, the police is here to protect and serve. They're not here to kill the minority. They're not here to kill innocent people. They're not here to cause terror. Because as a community, How would you feel if the police are killing your people? Would you honestly want to call them in an event of something happening? You would not want to call them, just for the simple fact of you see what's going on. They're clearly trained to shoot first, not ask questions later. You know? This goes far. This goes very far.
Your friends, well, how do you describe the mood? Is it one of sadness? Is it one of sadness and frustration, or sadness and anger? Like in terms of what the police have done or what the authorities have done? Like how would you sum up the kind of mood among your friends?
These aren't police. These are pigs. These are people that went to school to get away with murder. These are who these people are. These are not police officers. It's plain as that. They are clearly trained to shoot and kill anyone they see that is of color or that is a minority.
And you said your name is Regan, right?
Brandon, yes.
Brandon, B-R-A-N-D-O-N?
Yes.
And the last name?
Reagan, R-A-G-A-I-N.
And now, I'm sorry to bring up this delicate issue, but you said that he had been arrested.
Yes.
You know what he had been arrested for?
Nicous was arrested for allegedly carrying a deadly weapon and also assaulting a peace officer, but he pled not guilty and was supposed to come out on the 23rd. They kept him there illegally, and they tried to sweeten it up by saying, oh, they kept 2 other people there illegally, which doesn't make it any better. Just because one person is caught stealing doesn't mean everybody should go steal.
And have you been told, the exact cause of the death?
He had a spit mask on him, they pepper sprayed him, and they beat him. He succumbed to his wounds on Christmas Day. That is quite literally what happened.
In which hospital he was taken to?
I'm not even sure. I just know everything happened in Bordeaux. That's really all we know. We just know it happened in
You're
Bordeaux.
21 too, right?
I'm 20. I'm going to be 21 in May.
Okay, all right. So when you found out, I guess it was like basically shock, or sadly you kind of used to this sort of thing, so you were surprised but not surprised.
It's a shame to say that we're used to these things, but it's also when it's so close to you, it feels surreal. It kind of feels like a fever dream. It kind of feels like you're into a trance because it does not feel real. You cannot fathom those types of thoughts.
Sure.
That's why when it's your reality, it just hits very hard.
Now there's a GoFundMe campaign to help the family.
Yes.
Do you know anything about that?
If I know about the GoFundMe, I was not the one who made the GoFundMe, but in honor of Nicous, I did participate.
You contributed?
Yeah, I contributed. Yeah.
Okay, well, look, thank you very much. I don't know, 2 years ago there was an incident on Amazing Enough.
Yes.
So was that Nicous kid that you talking about? Like he had been shot in the back.
He has shot in the back 5 times, walking away from the police, 7 a.m., where people are bringing their kids to school and to daycares.
You know, the thing here is that I attended that vigil.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Like this is 2 vigils.
Yeah.
Sadly, that I'm attending, covering, like a short period of time. So I can sympathize. Well, not really because I'm white, but
I understand what you're saying,
intellectually.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
No problem. No problem.
Can I please get your name again, sir? Can I please get your name?
Oh, it's Brandon.
Brendan.
B-F-I-N-D-O-N. F-I-G-I-E-N.
Thank you so much.
Pas de problème. So sorry.
Ça va, vous êtes, je m'appelle Marie. Brandon, je me demandais si c'est une façon de te contacter comme
Ah, ben oui. Je peux vous donner tout ça, pas de problème. Avec ton nom.
Doing your job.
Ouais, pas de problème.
Puis mes condoléances.
C'est de quelle origine?
Mon papa est marocain.
Moi, ma mère vient du Grenade, mon père vient de l'Afrique.
On est 2 moitié africains.
Ok. Yes.
D'où en Afrique?
D'où en Afrique, Seychelles.
Oh! C'est rare.
Ouais, c'est très rare.
Donc 2 îles.
2 îles. Ça, c'est mon numéro, mon email. Et ça, c'est mon Instagram.
Hook me up too.
No problem.
Really articulate.
Yeah, I have to.
Put your name also.
I've been practicing
Put
this
your name, yeah.
just to really, the point is to convey the
Well,
message.
you got it.
You know? Yeah.
You got it. You don't have to worry about anything else. You got it.
What can we wish you for 2023?
The only thing we could wish me for 23 is that the issue stop. That's really it. It doesn't matter about getting physical, material things. It's really to
We gotta stop it.
yeah, we have
It's
to
not
stop.
gonna stop.
We have to.
Never stop. I want you to pass the area potato.
Yeah, I put my name.
I want you to.
Bonne année. Et encore une fois, salut les petits voici.
Yeah. You know what? I want you to community contact. wouldn't want to sit down and talk.
C'est avec le média.
Not so about this and everything else. Yeah, just of course being young and black in this place.
It's
So
crazy how just being young and black is scary.
it's fucking
Yeah, imagine being a young black woman. That's probably the ultimate fear.
I think we are more than black male here. My office is unsure.